Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Crimson Vow draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more draft content, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. If you want to support my content, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Let's get into the cards, though, shall we? Well, if it isn't Hullbreaker Horror. Redemption shall be sweet, my friend. I let you down last time, but I will not do that again. Well, this card is a bomb rare. 7 mana, 7/8 flash. Just a great card. And basically just, because of the extra abilities, just basically bounces all of your opponent's stuff. So great start to a draft. If I was not taking that, I think Abrade is the pretty clear pick out of the pack. Just a great removal spell. Deal 3 for 2 damage, just quite efficient. And then after that, I'm quite a big fan of Syncopate. I've really been liking it in this format. It might be my pick next out of the pack, or I could gamble on one of the gold cards, like Skull Scab can do some pretty crazy stuff in the right spots. Vile Spawn Spider's pretty powerful, though debatably how supported it is, but the card itself is just very, very powerful. And they're just like kind of junk after the first couple cards, so it's really up to preference after the Abrade pick. Got a Hullbreaker Horror. We're going to stick to blue for dear life, and we get a fantastic pickup here in Diver Scob. And we're probably going to wheel this Siphon Essence, which is great to see because I'm a big fan of Siphon Essence and Syncopate in this format. Maybe more so than most people, but I just love me a good counterspell in this set. Really deals with powerful cards quite effectively. Not quite as good as Diver Scob, but this is a good pickup. We are passing some Vile Spawn Spiders, so it's unlikely that we'll be able to play blue-green, but we'll keep sealing what seems open. If I wasn't taking the Diver Scob, I think I would either take Siphon Essence or Falconwrath Celebrants. I don't think Reckless Impulse is as good when you have Hullbreaker Horror in your deck, because you just don't want to flip that, because it'll just lose you the game. But either of these is respectable. I think Falconwrath Celebrants is better, but Siphon Essence is the same color. And I pretty much am going to force blue, because the horror is just so good. Okay, let's think. So Wedding Security, not a real high priority for me, because I'm not sure how much blood tokens I'm going to have, and blood tokens are pretty fine without needing dedicated payoffs. Binding Geist has not really been a priority for me either. Just like all of the 3-drops are fairly replaceable. This guy. Toxic Scorpion could be okay. Runebound Wolf is fine as just a 2-mana 2/2, but it's not really going to be better than that in my deck. I'm tempted by Grizzly Ritual, honestly. Between the Binding Geist and the Grizzly Ritual, I think I do like a Grizzly Ritual, but I think I'm just going to stick to blue. Close, though. Wow. Third Vile Spawn Spider we're seeing here. This card is quite good. Defends you like no one's business. Here, though, I like the Foreboding statue. I think the blue-green ship has sailed a little bit. Maybe it hasn't sailed. It is only pick 4 after all. But there's got to be someone else who's going to be in blue-green fighting us for the same cards if we've already passed 2 of these bad boys. And I like Foreboding Statue just as a ramp card. So I'm just going to stay flexible. I do like both Scattered Thoughts and Syncopate in the like counterspell decks. And blue tends to be a pretty good counterspell deck. Hold up some instant speed stuff. Okay, there is Restless Bloodseeker. If you gained life, we don't really have any life gain. There's Chill of the Grave. And there is Drogskull Infantry. I'm just going to take the Chill. Recognize that we're seeing some black cards and some red cards. We're kind of seeing all sorts of colors. All sorts of colors coming through here. Okay, I think the best card here is Gluttonous Guest by a decent enough margin that I'm willing to take it over a blue card. Though, even then, I'm tempted by like just taking a blue card to stay monocolored. But I think Gluttonous Guest is good enough to be worth taking. Don't love Cradle of Safety. I'd rather just have a counterspell. Okay. Steelclad Spirit, nice defensive body. While I just try to survive, I can always exploit it to something. It's also Persistent Specimen, a fine card to have 1 copy of. Seeing some red cards here. Ooh yeah, Syncopate here. I do think Doom Dissenter could be good if we end up in an exploit deck. And I've always wanted to try Spiked Ripsaw. Maybe this will just be the card that I never get to play. Mark of Purifier is pretty good. I just like Syncopate, though. I'm probably going to end up with a few of them. Okay, Skull Scab. Yeah, I like it. We're in that blue-black lifestyle. Maybe I'd rather have the Doom Dissenter now. But yeah, Skull Scab wheeling is just a great sign. We have one Exploit guy. We'll probably get a couple more. Steelclad Spirit's pretty solid in an Exploit deck because it can just hold the ground so well, and then when you do want to exploit it for something else, you can. And blue-black has seemed open. Booyah. I like being a Siphon Essence. I also like Pointed Discussion, but I'd rather have Siphon Essence here. I feel like I can get a Pointed Discussion later, or just do my classic instant speed shenanigans with Syncopates and Siphon Essences. I just really like the instant speed stuff. And Grizzly Ritual Wield. Nice. Repository Scab looks like it would be good, but I just would rather have the Grizzly Ritual for unconditional removal. And Scattered Thoughts came back. We are killing it. Nobody else likes these cards, but I love them. They're like they're perfect for the decks I like to build. So we've got our blue-black deck. Oh my gosh, last pick Persistent Specimen. Sign me up. Sign me up. Wow, all of the great red cards now. This card's fantastic. This card is pretty solid. Steelclad Spirit's okay. Persistent Specimen and Skywarp Scab. Those are the only cards on color. I think blue-black is open enough that I'm willing to go in and just kind of stick with it. Stick to my guns now. I want to get this instant speed stuff going, I think. I've got Chill of the Grave, Siphon Essence, Scattered Thoughts, a couple counters. I'll be able to develop that deck, and what that deck really wants more than anything is a couple of early 2-drops that can just hold off everything. So I really like Steelclad Spirit, and then I have Hullbreaker Horror as the ultimate late game anyway, and Persistent Specimen might wheel. So, kind of got my game plan. Unconditional removal is great in this type of deck. Doom Dissenter would maybe be solid. This card's pretty great, but not my color right now. Hero's Downfall is perfect. Because the ideally, you'll just be able to like hold up your counter magic, and if they don't play something you care about, you just Scattered Thoughts. This card's going to cost 2 mana a decent amount of the time if I have some zombies. Hero's Downfall is good. Another Diver Scab is great. Card is just good. And I have Skull Scab as a payoff as well. I will look for some fodder, but I feel like sacking a Steelclad Spirit is also just fine, because it's not going to be able to attack late game, and I will want to get rid of it. Not really looking to splash here, because I have a lot of blue cards, and then I have like double black, so even if I get like an Evolving Wilds, my mana could be taxed. I will take Doom Dissenter. It's a good card with Skull Scab, and also my 2 Diver Scabs. It's going to be better than Steel. It's going to be also a card. I forget whether I took Steelclad Spirit over Doom Dissenter, but I think that was before I wheeled Skull Scab. Doom Dissenter is great in this deck. And now Undead Butler's another great card to sacrifice. I'm not really looking. I don't really prioritize the exploit cards themselves, but now that I already have like 3 that are okay, like this one's good if I sacrifice something that cares about dying. But I have like 2 good ones. I'll probably get 1 more. And having like a couple of good, like, just solid cards is nice. I don't really prioritize that card at all. Wow, Rending Flame, eh? There's a Mischievous Cat, guys. Not really what my deck is about. My deck would much rather just play defensively. Sell-Off and Tumor has not been impressive to me. But Rending Flame is great. And I already have Foreboding Statue, so maybe I do get ambitious with my mana, and if I get an Evolving Wilds, I just splash this. Instant payoff. Given the deck, Rending Flame. I think it's worth splashing that. Skywarp Scop's nothing too special. This card's not great. Even though it's always been beating me, it's just like, I only see it when it's in the good spots for it, not in the spots where it's bad. Rending Flame is great, though. Wretched Throng, not a card I like. I don't love Skulking Killer either. Soul Cipher Board did some stuff against me, but I feel like it's generally bad. Because it's so slow. I'll take Wretched Throng, but I'm not going to play it. I just don't want other people fighting for the blue cards with me, maybe. Persistent Specimen. Or Skywarp Scab. I feel like 1 Skywarp Scab could be the sweet spot. Then again, Persistent Specimens are also nice if I'm exploiting stuff. I only think I ever want 1 Specimen. Doom Dissenter came back, nice. Yeah, I'm not going to play this killer. Okay, so we have all of the 2-drops we need. Okay, Stitch Assistant could make the cut. Rotide Gargantua is just a little bit worse, I think. But Stitch Assistant with my payoffs is nice. I don't really prioritize the knife. Whoa, nice! Getting a bomb rare to close things out. We opened a bomb rare in pack 1. Now we open one in pack 3 on color. This card got a lot better once I realized that you can just flip it as soon as you want. So yeah, each player sacks a creature is probably going to be pretty good on this. If this wasn't in the pack, I would probably take the Lantern Bearer. I'm a little sad that we only have 2 counter spells. But you work with what you're given. We have a couple removal spells as well. Oh gosh, well, we're taking Bleed Dry. Last time we saw a Skull Scab, it wheeled. Bleed Dry is just such a key card. So we probably get the Skull Scab back, if I'm being honest. Parasitic Grasp. So let's our count of cards looking at. We could just get rid of the Red Splash, because we do have a lot of playables, but we could also just, like, cull all of the weak cards from our deck. We could cut some of these Steelclad Spirits. I think we're taking Parasitic Grasp here. So what's our weakest card? I mean, getting rid of the Red Splash is appealing with, like, a lot of blue and red cards. Doom Dissenter, wheel the Stitched Assistant. And then also wheel Skull Scab. The more, like, 2-drops we get that are, like, able to replace Steelclad Spirits, the better, I think. We should be able to get that Stitch Scab to come back. Wow, Parasitic Grasp and Blood Tithe Harvester. This card's great, but we're not going to play it. Okay, I don't think we need to splash anymore. So that's a cut we can make, because we have Hero's Downfall, 2 Grasps, a Bleed Dry, and some Counter Magic, and Grisly Ritual. So we're fine on removal, and we have a lot of colors early to go get. And now we can start cutting these. Because you have 3, 4, 5 2-drops, plus a 1-drop. Whoa. This is a sweet card. It doesn't work in my deck, really, because I don't have a lot of blood tokens. I don't think I have any, actually. I have 1, 2 cards that make blood tokens. There's also this guy. Could just be really good in my deck. Maybe I'll try it again. I had it before. It wasn't great, but I think it's better than this card when I don't have blood token synergies. Probably better than the Scab. I'll take Diagraph Scavenger. I may just have to abandon my instant speed plan. I do like Doom Dissenter, but I already have 3 of them. Diagraph Scavenger's great. Point of Discussion. I don't like the Squire. Don't really like the Retrieval. I do like Point of Discussion, though. And then next pack is the one where we receive Skull Scab wheeled. It did not wheel. A little bit disappointing, but it's okay. I think we got a better card for our deck. We got Bleed Dry, which I'm happy to have. Dang it. I'm kind of surprised it didn't come back. The first one did. Okay, this is a good deck. I like it a lot. Kind of just hits all the bases I need. So we have enough fodder that we'll feel pretty free sacrificing stuff to our exploit cards. This kind of plays out like exploit when we sack a creature. We have 4 pieces of fodder, 5 pieces if you count that guy. So 17 lands. What's our instant speed package looking like? We have this. Scattered Thoughts. Chill. Siphon Essence. Bleed Dry. Hero's Downfall. Both of these. We have a lot of good instants. This is Sorcery. Okay, so we definitely want 17 lands, especially with like a key 7 drop. I could see cutting the Rot-Tide Gargantua. I think the Doom Dissenters are better than the Steelclad Spirits in this deck. Skywarp Scob is a contender, but I think it's worse than what we already have going on. I have 1 exploit card, 2, 3, 4, 5 exploit cards right now. I think I'm probably fine getting rid of the Rot-Tide Gargantua. I like Foreboding Statue just as a card. Cut the Rot-Tide. I'm just kind of trying to cut the weakest cards I have. I like this guy. Binding Geist is kind of weak. And I think I'm going to cut Chill of the Grave as well. Yeah, I'm heavier black for sure, but I still have double blue cards. I'm going to add a Swamp and cut an Island, though. I have so many double black cards early. Like, this is double black. That's double black. All of our early cards are black. So yeah, I like this list. I think this is the optimal build. Point of Discussion's fine. Even though we do have, like, Scattered Thoughts as a card draw spell. Should be cool. I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content, my channel, at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special shout out to those at the credits level. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to make as many videos as I do, so if you found my videos to be of some value, maybe they've helped you win a couple of extra games on the arena ladder, or maybe you've crushed your FNM because of some of my advice, and you want to help me continue making the videos, then Patreon is the best way to do so, and as my way of saying thank you, you even gain access to some pretty cool Patreon exclusive rewards, like access to my card-by-card grade spreadsheet, my tier list for Crimson Vow, which is an excellent bonus resource to help you crush your competition, especially early on in the format when a lot of people don't know how to evaluate the cards. But anyway, I do hope you are enjoying the video so far, regardless of whether or not you decide to become a patron. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. Nice little keepable hand on the draw. Doom Dissenter into Stitch Assistant is a great start. And we have the Insight and a Siphon Essence to hold up. Bum, 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 bum. Doom Dissenter is going to be exciting to see how it plays. I do like it with exploit stuff. No! I wanted my spell, my land. Feels bad, man. They're also using fancy lands. Respect. Land ho! They're holding up a counterspell. I will just let them hold it up. Okay, they are not holding up a counterspell. I could have played my Stitched Assistant there, but I wanted to go for the classic counter their play situation. If I had an extra thing, I would have saved it, but I like just countering this. Also stops them from getting a blood token. Missing a land there is rough. Rough, rough, rough. They have Syncopate, don't they? Thank goodness. Give me a land. Give me an L-A-N-D, land. No, that's not a land. Ooh. Let's go. And we can even pitch Doom Dissenter to a blood token to hit another land. Depending on what they play, of course, but probably a good play. We have some great cards in hand. Sure. Feeling really good about my chances this game. Okay, I like that play. Stabilizes the ground pretty well. Ah! Why? The humanity. The horror. This is going to be a human, so I can just zap it with my parasitic grasp. Okay, they're getting Hero's Downfall. That's strange. I would think they wouldn't want card draw, but that makes... Okay, well... Decline. Just gonna kill this now. Avoid any shenanigans. My hand is so stacked, I find it hard to imagine losing this game. But of course, anything is possible. I like have 2 premium removal spells. Okay, sure. It's like they think that because they can exploit, they have to exploit. Like, this card's way better than a random 2/2. Okay, let's go. Huh. I can just discard this card to that, get it back. They have this up so they can stop my exploit stuff. I'm looking for a land here. There we go. And we will pass. Really? I find that shocking. I'm flabbergasted, I say. Absolutely flabbergasted. Sure. Putting 2 lands in the graveyard means they don't necessarily have anything too crazy. So they don't have anything to exploit. Sorry about some extra noise there. We now have Hullbreaker Horror up, which we can flash in at our leisure. Got the win. I mean, we were going to be able to win without it, I think. But that just ended the game quickly. Feels good, man. You know, something I just wanted to say. I've been trying to eat more oranges recently, because it's a delicious fruit. But the problem with an orange is it's very difficult to consume without causing a complete and utter catastrophic mess. I can understand why they like to slice it up and then just leave the rind on. So I have acquired a knife. I'm obviously not proud of this plastic knife, but I feel like it'll be more useful for cutting into the orange than just trying to tear it apart with my hands. And, yeah. I also never really understood what's, like, going on in, like, the oranges that have, like, little holes in them at the bottom. I don't really know what that is from. I'm not a true scientist in that way. But there's something I noticed about the orange. Okay, we have a good hand here. Enrica Domnafi. Enrica Domnafi. Get our swamp. Play Doom Dissenter. Ooh, 2 blue-black opponents in a row. I wonder if they have Enricas. Enrique. I'm ready to be syncopated. Ooh, they don't have it. Let's go. I found that just waiting to be the first one to counter the spell is, like, really nice. Okay, Binding Geist. This is a kind of insane line, though. I'm gonna just make 6 power worth of creatures, and then I'll hold up my counter magic. Excellent. They're attacking, and then I can just attack them back for more damage than they attacked me for. And I'll hold up my Siphon Essence and my Parasitic Grasp. The power of counter spells. Oh, no, no, no. I know I could have just, like, killed this thing in response, but I feel like just nice to get the counter magic done. Oh. Kind of punished. I don't know, I kind of like putting the pressure on him a little bit here. Ideally, I'd be able to hold up, like, Syncopate or something for a big play, but... I could also just play the long game. Certainly putting my guy on the bottom. I will decline to put that up. Land me, let's go. Beautiful. I would say each player sacrifices a creature. That seems reasonable and fair. This card is completely broken. Yeah. Very impressed. Big fan of the old Enrica. Just gonna do this. Take out their Cobbled Lancer before they can get a card. Next. So I either transform it into a 1/2 that doesn't do anything right now, or I draw a card. I like that option better. Draw myself closer to my 6th land. Oh no, a Gutter Skulker. Whatever shall I do? And this will buff all of my creatures with Death Touch, right? It will. So now they have to block and trade because it can buff both of them. Oh, but only once. Okay, I'm really far ahead right now, so I'm just going to hold up my Syncopate. Counter unless you pay 5. Got the win. This deck is great. I feel like I finally like figured out some good like strategies and card combos in this set, and it's really just like boosting me to victory. I've really been like prioritizing counter spells, and they felt really good. Yeah, lots of cool cards to play with in this set. Holding up stuff at instant speed. I feel like holding stuff up at instant speed is really great for skill expression in many ways, because you need to know like how to use your cards. But yeah, I'm just looking at this orange, reminding myself of the fact that in between rounds I basically turned into a prop comic. Like, what's the deal with oranges? I don't know. I feel like I write some stand-up comedy stuff. Maybe the between rounds is my best time to experiment with my stand-up comedy bits, and I could just perform my my jokes between rounds. Let me know in the comments if that sounds like something you would enjoy. I will refrain from doing it in this video to some degree. I mean, I've already pondered the mighty orange, but you know, I enjoy that sort of fun little thing, spice up some excitement. Let's go, beautiful hand. You'll love to see the old persistent specimen in the opener. Oh, hello, Enrica. I think I know what I'm going to sacrifice to my persistent specimen. Oh no, it's a wolf. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a wolf. Just play a human opponent, I believe. Human. Ah, yes. I ask and you deliver. Beautiful. The human has been summoned. I'm gonna kill that, and then next turn when no matter what they play, I'll be able to make them sack it with my Nathi. Oh, this is gorgeous. Let's go. That's incredible. Just devastation. I planned this out so perfectly. Because I wouldn't have been able to kill this with my guy. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Just like the ones I used to know. Where the skulls, scabs exploited. And I added 6 power worth of creatures for 4 mana. 2 here. I don't need to transform it just yet. I can get full value. Sleigh bells in the snow. No, Wolf Strike. Void Sweeper? What? Oh, confused. Transformed. I don't have a counter spell up, so I'm just gonna go for the Scavenger. They can counter it if they want. Oh, they are not. I have Hero's Downfall to kill something random. And I'm just gonna get rid of that mythic rare if you don't mind. Drain you for 2. I'm at 28. This can pump up 2 creatures now. Kill whatever I want with the Hero's Downfall. This deck is so good! We've just kind of got everything we need. Read the signals, got all the Doom Dissenters late because nobody else wanted them. Oh, I'm so excited. This deck is incredible. Look at us go. Open some great. I think this deck would be good even without the Enrica and the Hullbreaker Horror. Like, if we just replace those with Skull Scabs, this deck would still be great. It wouldn't be quite as good, because obviously Incredible Mythic and Incredible Rare does make your deck a lot better, but... And we are, like, winning with those, but I feel like the deck can win a long game, thanks to its great removal. Man, them playing that 2/3 Human Werewolf on turn 3 was just so good for us. Don't mind if I do. Man, Enrica's been really good because we've been able to just make them sacrifice stuff, which makes me think that the 5-mana 5/4 that makes everyone sack a thing could be pretty good in our deck. So that is no Enrica Domnathi. Gosh. Bum 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 bum. Ragu. Is that beef ragu or chicken ragu? We'll keep it. Nice little keeperoni. I'm glad we went to 9-7 split on the lands. No creatures. That's a yikes. Now if this dies, I don't get my value. I will have my vengeance. I'll just get an island with this. I don't really care about getting the gluttonous guest down right now. Much rather just get everything set up here. Hold up some removal. And my scattered thoughts. I'm fine using my life total as a resource. I can take one all day long. I can take two for, not all day long, but for quite a bit of the day. Well, that is going to be taken. And we will also take Siphon Essence. Yeah, this is pretty good. And now if this dies, we do get a creature. Just gonna hold up my counter magic and my persistent specimen. Just gonna keep holding up my counter magic. I'm okay. Classic Flyers deck, Steelclad Spirit doing great work. Fact that they can then just re-equip it onto a flyer like the Lantern Bearer is worrisome. I think I still want to do this. Oh, they're just going to put it on that. Okay. This is not perfect. Flyers are a weakness of mine, given my lack of flyers. Sure. Seems like they're only playing flyers. I'm just gonna take my 3/4 lifelink guy, and if they do kill it, I can get it back with Stitch Assistant next turn thanks to this Undead Butler. Okay. I was planning for this. I knew this day might come. That's why I didn't use the Stitch Assistant last turn. for Hull Breacher, ideally. And then I'll just next turn I'll Grizzly Ritual something and the blood token to gain a life and draw a card. Okay, I will kill that. They quad block and I'm pretty happy. Let's see what we find here. Okay, so I'll play this land so I can ditch another blood token and potentially pump Enrica twice or 3 times if I need to. Ah, that's a problem. If they use it now. No! Oh, this has mana value 4. Let's go. And if they don't use the double strike this turn, I can use my Diagraph Scavenger. And this thing lines up well with their 2/3. I wish I could have killed Lantern Bearer before. I should have discarded this thing first, I think. No! My beautiful Enrica. That's a problem. Maybe this is too slow and I was supposed to just pitch it. And that's a card. And then next turn I can return this guy and exploit it and bounce one of their tokens. Really? That's a good trade for me. I think I need one more spell to seal the deal here. We have discarded a lot of lands. Oh, they just concede. They weren't totally dead. Well, we were going to start being able to attack them. Maybe they can't race because we bounced the 1 token. It was close. How many lands do we have left in our deck? We had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We only had 3 lands left. So we had a decent chance of breaking. Next turn we were going to be able to attack for 7. Yeah, they had a chance there. Definitely had a chance. Ugh. But I'm not complaining. We gotta win. Getting the victory. With Hullbreaker and Enrica. Oh, nothing. And Hullbreaker is great. Hullbreaker Horror is great. Ooh, Enrica making another appearance. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. No, I need more swamps. Get out of my swamp. That's my Shrek impression. I'm sure you could recognize it from a mile away. My swamp. My swamp. No, that's not the best line for Shrek. That's actually a terrible impression. The best impression is, ogres are not like gigs. You know what else is great? Parfait is delicious. Everybody loves parfait. Just great Shrek lines. Iconic. Oh, they're going for the old flipperooski on that ragged reclusi. You'll love to see it. Oh, Enrique. Dom nothing. Either way, we're going to get some nice value making them sack something. I was a bit gung-ho with that click. Almost sacked something I didn't want to. And they are color screwed and mana screwed. Never mind. They've been playing me the whole time. Ah, they also have a bomb rare. The situation has grown interesting. Out of there, Ancestor. Next combat, I will draw a card and lose a life for now. Not in a tremendous rush to flip it, even though it would be great. Don't want to attack if they have 1 and a white up, because that could be that removal spell. Unless it doesn't feel like they have it, but it could totally just be them having it. I'll just add that guy on, just in case they have something random. No! Feeling that could soon to be a massive problem for me as a 3/3 flyer, or potential problem. No! Not the imprisonment. How could you do me like this, Sigarda? I thought we were friends. Okay, so we have to manage to work our way through their wedding festivity. It's gonna be a challenge, but we can do it. Hullbreaker Horror could be a key piece of the equation, if we can find it. Sure. Goodbye, Enrica. Hardly knew ye. And then I'll hold up Bleed Dry and also some of these tokens. We've got a lot of 2/2 humans to work through. We have some blood tokens as well. This is a grindy game. We both played some powerful cards. Their card has proven harder to interact with. That is not great. You hate to see it. Their deck is good with Courier Bats, as one would not be so shocked to see. Oh, and they're going to get their other guy back. This is problematic. This thing just makes 3 1-1s and then buffs them all into 2-2s. It's insanity. Okay, that's going to be good for countering that one. Totally still in this. I'll just counter their bat. So they gain 2 life, so this thing's 1 away from flipping. It can only flip on their turn. Oh, and it flips. Devastation reigns. Oh, man. That was a good ghoul. I need a hero. Speaking of Shrek, that song is on the Shrek soundtrack. You can make an incredible mixtape of just songs that were on the Shrek soundtrack. I need a hero from the edge of the night. Gotta be strong, he's gotta be sweet. I'm just gonna sack the specimen, but I can just keep getting it back. I like having these guys as jump blockers. My counterspell is a little bit down this turn, but that'll be fine. Sure. Bangs it up. I will need my 7th land to cast Old Reacher. And Specimen getting sacked again. Definitely keeping that one. I think this might be the best their deck has to offer. I'm hoping they don't have another bomb rare. Wishing I could answer that flyer right now. 1 mana short. Was Enrique? Oh, Enrique was exiled. Dang it. Still gonna play the Butler. Hoping my horror doesn't get milled here. Yes, no whammies. Perfect. Exiling that feels pretty good. Gonna play this. I will need my 7th land. Okay. I think we're gonna win this game if our whole breaker horror can live. But they could just be sitting on removal, would make sense. Sure. If they have bleed dry, they have bleed dry. Looks like they do. Just gonna play my land out. I can't afford to use those, I don't think. They have a removal spell, they have to. Can't afford to wait though. They don't. Oh my gosh, we're chilling now because we can always hold this up to kill one of their humans and keep our guy safe. We have 2, 5, 7, 9. We'll see how they block. We might have to just bounce the Cackling Culprit mid-combat. This hasn't been activated to gain Death Touch. So I deal 3 damage, this thing will live. Can force him to activate that. Oh, I can always bounce that. That would be good. I knew they'd put the counter there, but I still kill it. I want to clear out some of their blockers. And I can always bounce this token fairly easily. No! Wow. So wrecked. This game has been really unfortunate. I can't kill them fast enough. Oh, gosh. Should have held up my... Should have just been more protective with my Parasitic Grasp. But I need to attack them because they just gain so much life. Even if they don't block, I have one more attack step. I can't win. Oh, man. That's painful. That's just painful. This card that just buffs up all of their creatures and gives them 3/1/1s is just insane. Just crushing my Breacher Horror. I guess I was just not supposed to attack with the Hull Breacher, but then they still have the removal spell if I start bouncing their tokens. I guess I drew it too late in the process. I need to have more gas. Like, I need to have more, like, room to cast spells to really use it. And it forced me to, like, kind of go shields down on protecting it. Unfortunate. Dang it. The fact that they got to exile my Bleed Dry, too, was so devastating. That Mind Bleach Ghoul. There was some other card they were trying to cast that I countered right before they played it. It was like a 3-drop of some kind. Maybe if I let that resolve, I would have won, because I could counter the Mind Bleach Ghoul. We'll keep this. Mr. Butler. What is with the Butler and only milling lands? That's just a disaster. Also, why are we playing blue-black so much? I feel like we're only playing in blue-black decks. Jeez Louise. Just catastrophe. Catastrophic, as they say. A catastrophic turn of events. There we go. I will discard the specimen and get it back later. That seems prudent. Don't want to run this into a counterspell. They would have probably countered this, though. Sure thing. Bye, specimen. Hello, land. I will draw a card and lose 1 life. And then I can sack this guy to get back my guy if I need to. Sure thing, buddy. I don't want to sack this guy, but I want to keep this thing around so I can get Enrica back if I need to. Why did I play that? Could have used my Parasitic Grasp to kill Cruel Witness there. If I had tapped it better. As it is, I'm just bringing back Specimen, so kind of a major deal. Would have been way better to kill the Cruel Witness. Okay, they wouldn't dare kill my guy. The Butler would just bring it back. So yeah, we did mess up. Let's hope it doesn't cost us too badly. Had to be sacrificed. Specimen. So they have 3 cards. I'm just worried about having to discard my stuff. Like, Aim for the Head would just wreck me right now. Maybe I should just play that card more. Is there a repository scam? No, they're gonna get back Chill of the Grave. Synergy. I like saving the Stitch Assistant just for when they go for the kill on my Enrica. Which sadly is probably going to take the form of a Bleed Dry. Okay. Get back Gluttonous Guest. I don't really want to sacrifice that guy, is the problem. We'll use Diver Scab as our backup. Enrica, I guess. I already have 7 lands. Zedicenta. I see. Now we have a good trade there, good trade there. We are going to use Bleed Dry on that. No! How many chills are they gonna have? My grave is cold enough. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Very fair. I forgot they had a 2/2. I was like, oh, they'll have to block with their 3/3. So that was just a bad trade. Okay. Did this in the wrong order. They top deck their second Wretched Throng. That's hilarious for me. Not so good for them, but pretty great for me. Okay. I should have pumped this multiple times. Wow, this is an intense game that I hope I win. Okay, perfect. I've been saving my diver scob for either getting back the Enrica, but now to just punish them for going all in on one creature. They will be able to get back a Chill of the Grave. But I played this conservatively. And I protected myself against their vile ways. By holding this land. I got burned by it last time. Oh, and they're attacking. That does not make sense to me. Boom. I don't know how they expect to race that. But when they get rid of this guy, I will be ready to strike. No! Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Some might even say ice, ice, baby. Okay, I'm gonna keep this guy around, I think, because I do have a second diver scob in here somewhere. So I would just want to keep that guy around until Henrika dies. Yes, bouncing back after a tough loss from the round before. I wish I could track my stats in great enough detail to determine whether or not I am more likely to do more poorly after I lose a game. Probably after I, like, punt a game, I'm more likely to lose or something. Or maybe that's just how it feels statistically sometimes. Or maybe the way the matchmaking works is it pairs you against better decks as you go forward. I don't know. I forget whether or not it determines record or whether it just cares about rank. But 5-1 is still pretty good. Yes! The specimen has been incredible. I think it's only good as a one-of, but it's just been, like, constantly coming back. Let's see if it has flavor text. The jawbone's connected to the skull bone. The skull bone's connected to the, hooky thing. Good work, Garl. You know it so well. I wish they could have just called this card Basic Skeleton. Oh, yes. Continuing with your tendency to never mill a creature, Butler, I see. Classic Butler shenanigans. I mean, this is just the Butler we've come to know and love. Just never mill a creature in his life. I'm way more scared of 3-drops. I have 4-drops and 3-drops. And so I will just get this guy going. Like, I can just hold up Siphon Essence. Oh, that's a good card to draw. Yeah, we can even exile the Kindly Ancestor. Let's go. There's no way they block, right, if I attack. Yeah, I'm just going to hold up my Specimen / Scavenger. I mean, they could block, but, like, I wouldn't expect a good player to block in terms of, like, it's just more optimal to keep this guy around, probably. I don't know, maybe, like, they could have a reason for wanting to block, but I don't know that reason. Yeah, get out of here, Heron. Not a fan of you, Heron. Monster. Swamp. Now I will attack, because I'm going to just play the Diagraph Scavenger no matter what, and if they do trade, I get to eat it with this Scavenger. Perfect. Perfect. Scavenger heals, good man. We've got everything cruising. No, the Celebrant feels bad. Sack the specimen again. We're just going to try to block it. We have our Hullbreaker Horror as our late game already in hand. They could just give it unblockable with the invitation, which is probably what I would do. Oh, Ancestral Anchor, okay. I use Butler very conservatively. Like, I just never get rid of it. Because being able to get back, like, a Hullbreaker Horror later is so nice. Ah, the Twin Blade guys. That's terrifying. That card's great. Okay. We have two incredible rares in our hand. And our opponent has a couple extra cards. We have a bigger board state. Ah! Ah! So I definitely want to kill one of their guys. Probably just want to kill... This one's going to deal me more damage. It's going to deal me 6. Do I have any good blocks? If I triple block it... Get back Stitched Assistant. I'll take 6, 8. And if they have a Sure Strike, I'll just accept that I'm toast. This will deal 12, and I'll go down to 1. Whenever I exploit a non-token creature. Man, this is tough. Could just play this thing as a 4-mana 3/3. Life like 4, 3, 4. I think I just want to get rid of one of their guys. Get rid of one of them. Get rid of the Geist for a moment. Don't want to give them more blood tokens. Oh, and this could play perfectly into my hands. Oh, they didn't want to discard the Geist. Makes sense. Zawalta. Get rid of the Waltzer. I'm not going to sacrifice the Geist. They're going to sacrifice this, then make me jump the guy. I have to transform. Otherwise they pitch this, give this thing double strike, and I'm toast. Oh, I'm so going to lose. I thought I was such in good shape. I couldn't find a good time to use my Enrica. I guess I was just supposed to play it out as a 3/4 double striker. I mean, lifelink Death Toucher. I mean, hubbub. What's the hubbub, bub? No, don't do it. Please, I beg you. No. Oh, crud. Criminy, I'm so dead. Okay, so this thing needs to find one of my deal 3 gain 3s. No. What a shame. Losing this game is so painful. Oh, the hero's downfall. We've got this. There's still hope. Maybe I was supposed to not let them get the opportunity to add in as well. I maybe messed that up. No, I choked it, potentially. I should have just killed it on my turn. There's no way they just like go for a suit up or something. Oh, I have failed. I have failed. Oh, thank goodness. Not punished. Oh, I just need one more land. It's so close. Hullbreaker Horror is very expensive for the format. 7 mana is a lot. Don't get me wrong, the card is incredible, but... Oh, if this thing makes 2/1/1s, I'm in trouble. I need to get a land out so I can play this Hullbreaker Horror. So I can bounce these tokens if they do get them going. Oh no. Sure. Land me, deck. I just need the land. Yes. Oh, this is so intense. Gosh. Oh, it's so intense. I want my gluttonous guest. I want to be safe. I want to feel safe. Okay. You can gang block that. It's large and in charge. Oh no. No, it's terrifying. They have ancestral anchors to just make their guys huge. Oh. Is any creature? Yes. I can bounce my own diagraph scavenger. This is gonna hit for 8, and so we're blocking it with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're just gonna act as if they don't have another combat trick. We can even live if they have a removal spell that only does 2. I didn't want to lose 3 creatures because I felt like I might just lose even after resolving Hullbreaker Horror then. I don't know, maybe that's just incorrect. If I resolve this, I can bounce my own Diagraph Scavenger when I cast Foreboding Statue and then eat one of their guys. Chandra, no! No! It'll deal 1 damage to me! Oh, the horror!
Listen, pal.
The horror.
The gate watch, so you might as well give up already.
Ah! I'm so close to death! Oh, no! Okay. Big time spell time, okay. So, here's my idea. Foreboding Statue, bounce my Diagraph Scavenger, play Diagraph Scavenger, gain 2 life, exile the Heron Blessed Geist, and bounce Drogskull Infantry. Smack. I like that play. Chandra down. Hopefully. Hopefully Chandra down. Please! I just want to live. I want to win this game. Oh, gosh. Oh, the Diagraph Scavenger line. Turning all of my spells into 4-mana gain 2s. Yes, Chandra down.
Next time, I'll wear more
Intensity builds. I just need one more turn, I think, with the Hullbreaker Horror. No, I was afraid of them having another one of those. God. I have 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11 points of toughness. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What? 16 trample, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh. No! Oh. I go to -2. No! I can't. What was I supposed to... Was there anything I could have done differently? What did I do? I could have, like, discarded a card to, like, try and find another card so I could bounce 2 things and stay at 1 life instead of bouncing my own Diagraph Scavenger. Oh, gosh. I think I bounced the Drogskull thing, but that wouldn't have mattered because that thing already had double strikes. No, it would have gone +4. Oh, man, maybe I bounced the wrong guy. I just didn't want to give him blood tokens so they could dig for stuff. But maybe that didn't matter. I felt like double strike was more dangerous because they needed to have the second Oh my gosh, that was brutal loss. I needed to have the second Twin Blade guy. Oh my goodness. Just devastation. I was so close to making a comeback. They just kind of showed me the power of Ancestral Anger combined with Double Strike, I guess. Oh my gosh, so brutal. So brutal. I was like inches away. Maybe I was supposed to dig for another spell so I could just bounce both their creatures, but then if I don't find a spell, then I don't get to... Then I just die to their Chandra. I felt like I did give myself the best chance. Okay. Take two. This time when we have Enrica and Hullbreaker Horror, we're going to be able to win. The Hullbreaker Horror is so expensive. I feel like I've lost so many games with casting Hullbreaker Horror. Like, the card looks like it should be unbeatable, but then I've just, like, lost, like, more games than I've won once I've cast this card. Shockingly. Over, like, not in this draft, necessarily, because we only have 2 losses. I think we've casted more than that, but, like, I've lost more games overall than I've won when I cast this card, which is kind of insane. Because you just kind of don't have any gas left in the tank when you cast it, usually, so you don't get to, like, triple spell and, like, bounce 3 things. It is still great. I still think it's worth first picking and, like, building around, but... I don't know. It keeps on, like... I keep losing after casting it, which is not a great feeling. On Enrica, on the other hand. Henrica. I don't think it's pronounced Henrica. Also, how are we playing at so many blue-black decks? Okay, we'll just savage them with Enrica. Jeez Louise. This has been a crazy game. I mean, we're going to get to cast Hullbreaker Horror. Once again, no gas left in the tank after that. Ah! The Socialite. I would love to draw a spell to cast for next turn. There we go. That's the spirit. If I had played my land differently, I could have gotten a pump with this. I keep forgetting that. That's definitely an error. Nice. Enrica is a terrifying attacker. And now Hullbreaker Horror gets to do its thing. And they're just dead on board now. I mean, that was a weird game. I just drew all lands. I guess we're in the battle for the trophy, though. Let's hope for a hand that has Enrica, and maybe the Hullbreaker Horror will do good stuff. I mean, that game, it, like, any 7-mana spell probably would have been great. I mean, but the Hullbreaker Horror just ate their guy and came down. 6-2. This deck really should go 7 wins. It's got 2 absurd rares in it. Great synergy. The deck was wide open. We have about 10 removal spells, tons of life gain. We should be able to get there. Feel like we got unlucky in our losses. Also, I feel like I may have misplayed one of them. I think I misplayed the first one. I don't remember exactly. Okay, we have the Enrika. We have the Curve Out. Maybe Undead Butler will actually flip a creature this time when we cast it. Or we'll just hold up Syncopate instead. I kind of like holding up Syncopate. Stop him from getting too far ahead. And then next turn I can play Butler and Specimen. And keep the board clear. No! Still gonna sack the Specimen. Maybe I'm just supposed to sack the Doom Dissenter so I can get in for more damage now. It's kind of nice to just have a 2-2 instead of a 1-1. Undead Butler, never change, my friend. Never change. Just milling 3 lands every time. Actually, it's not always a land. Sometimes it's just a creature. Okay. Maybe I should have seen that coming. But they were mana screwed, so I kind of also thought that it might just be that. Ah! Aye! Die, Undead Specimen. Die. Come back to me, Enrico. I want to get another 3 for 1. Yes! Yes! You may beat the first, Henrika, but the second one, oh, that's where you get the real power. Oh, yes. Sweet, sweet victory. 7 wins, mad carried by Enrika. Let's go. What a sweet victory. That card is absurd. Absolutely incredible. Feels great. Getting another trophy. I've just been on a rampage with these trophies after a slow start to the format. Really starting to click, I think, and I'm feeling really good about all of my drafts. I'm happy with how I built the deck. I feel like everything kind of slotted together perfectly, and I was happy to draw my cards. Just really liking this build. This guy was a great performer. My rares did good work. I liked having Grizzly Ritual. Maybe I didn't need it. Maybe that's a card I could have swapped out. Didn't really get to do Foreboding Statue things, but I think that card's pretty good. I love my counter spells in this set. This card's great. Doom Dissenter did well. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Maybe I was supposed to play this guy over the Grizzly Ritual, but I guess we could try that next time. Anyway, that's going to do it for this draft video. If you did make it all the way to the end, I want to remind you that if you're enjoying my content, my videos, maybe they've helped you win a couple of extra booster packs or win some extra gems on Arena to help you continue drafting more, consider becoming a patron of my content on patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It does help me continue to make these videos, and it's a great way to help the channel and help the videos keep coming. You can also remember to hit the thumbs up button. Free to do that. Really helps the video succeed and lets me know that you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for more draft content. Click that bell icon if you are subscribed so you get notified when I post new videos. If you want to see my videos, it'll tell you, which is cool, when I post a new one. Comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. In the comment section down below, leave hashtag the Henrika Show to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because this card really just dumpstered people in a lot of our games. Hullbreaker Horror was a good card, obviously, as well. But I feel like Henrika really shone in this build and felt incredible to play. So leave the hashtag the Henrica Show to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. You can find in the description down below the link to the Patreon that I mentioned, also the link to my articles, the link to the NicolaiBolas Discord server, which is free to join, the link to the NicolaiBolas Twitch stream if you want to follow the Twitch stream to catch me playing live. You can also find in the description links to like my merchandise shop if you want to get merchandise, NicolaiBolas stuff. It's cool stuff as well. There's a bunch of cool stuff in the description, basically. But yeah, that is going to do it for this draft video. Nice little 7-win run, cruising through Diamond, headed towards Mythic, so hopefully we'll get there soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it a lot, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. And I will talk to you next time.